Hey folks, I'm sure by now you are aware of the fact that Spring 21 release is around the corner. And in case if you want to spin up an org and try to play around with it, then this is the URL that you need to reach out to. When you navigate to this URL, it is going to show us a form. You need to submit the form. And once after you submit the form, it is going to take good 4 to 5 minutes to send you the confirmation email. Once after you get the confirmation email, you can log into your pre-release org with the URL which is login.salesforce.com. And in this series, we'll be looking at the changes that they have released as a part of Spring 21. And the first one is they have made a new addition to SOQL framework, and that is, let me go back to the org and then I'm going to click open developer console. As a part of this update, we'll be working with query editor. Now, whenever we want to fetch data from an object, the query is going to look something like this. Select and then followed by that field names, followed by that from an object name. So the query is going to start off with select keyword. Followed by that, we have to specify all the fields manually. And followed by that, we have to specify from and the object name from which we want to fetch all the records. Now we have to go ahead and we have to specify all the fields manually. Now if you try to understand what this new update is going to do, whenever you want to fetch list of all the fields, you don't have to specify all the fields one after the other. We can just go ahead and we can specify fields of all, and it is going to include all the field names from the object account. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel and we don't have to specify all the field names here. Rather, we can just make use of this notation and it is going to include all the field names. But there's a catch. The catch is when I click on execute, it is going to throw an error. And the error says that we cannot fetch more than 200 records. So we have to specify limit here. And when I click on execute, the query gets executed and it is going to fetch list of all the fields and the records from the object account, and it is going to add this particular limit on top of it. It is not going to exceed more than 200 records. Now it's not that we can fetch list of all the fields. We can also go ahead and specify to fetch only the standard fields from the object. And the way the query is going to look in that case is I'm going to remove all and then I'm going to say standard. Now this notation here is going to make sure that all the fields which are standard from the object account are fetched. Once again, this limit here has to be applied on top of the query. When I click on execute, query gets executed and more or less it is going to show us back the same results because I don't have any custom fields in the object account. Now, just like how we went ahead and fetched only the standard fields from the object account, we can also fetch only the custom fields from the object account by using this notation. I'm going to click on execute. It is going to throw an error because I don't have any custom fields on the object account and hence it is not going to give us back any result set. So the gist is whenever you want to fetch list of all the fields from the object account, you can just go ahead and specify fields of all. Just a heads up, make sure that you don't miss out on this limit. And likewise, if you're interested in fetching only the standard fields, you can specify fields of standard. And if you're interested in fetching only the custom fields, you can specify fields of custom and it is going to fetch only those fields from the object. Now let us try to understand what is the advantage that we get with this query when you try to compare it with the previous query. Let me go back to my other window. Earlier, whenever we specify the query like this, we have to specify the field names manually. And the way it works behind the scenes is it is going to make use of describe class and it is going to fetch list of all the fields which are associated to the object that is used in the query. And after that, based on the fields that we have specified in the query, it is going to form the SOQL query and it is going to execute that and it is going to give us back the data. Now with the usage of fields of all, fields of standard or fields of custom, we are trying to eliminate this one extra step, which is trying to make use of describe class and then fetching all the fields of the object and building the query based on the fields that we have specified in the query. That whole step is kind of ignored now. Along with that, a lot of time will be saved because no longer we have to do some research and get a hang of the API name of the field. We can just specify fields of custom or fields of standard. It is going to take care of rest of the other things. Now these are the advantages that we get with fields of all, fields of standard, fields of custom over the traditional SOQL query that we use. That's all for this episode. See you in the next one.